Well, good afternoon to you. How are you? How are you? This is Brian K McNeill, the sales confidence coach, and you're going to find that this podcast is probably going to be the most helpful podcast you've ever listened to. That's right, the most helpful one to help you to sell yourself and your services and earn more money. This podcast is going to go by really, really fast. It's going to feel like it, but you're going to find this one with the things that I want to share with you in this podcast immediately actionable and immediately helpful to you. And you're going to use this podcast to earn more than you ever have before. And I'm excited about starting with you. So without further ado, let's get this thing going.
This is the Sales Confidence Podcast, helping you sell your services to more potential clients. We'll go over the basics of selling you and your services better than you ever have before, so that you can earn more money than ever before. Learn a sales system to ensure you own the skills and techniques to stay profitable. It's time. You're in demand. Now get the mindset and systems to handle that demand. Here's your host, the world's #1 authority on how to sell services. It's the sales confidence coach himself, Brian K McNeill.
That's right. I'm the sales confidence coach myself. Now, today we're talking about a topic called selling you. Selling you. Now, shame on me because I assumed that it made sense with just the topic of selling you. But what I've discovered recently is not everyone understands what that means. Selling you. I am suggesting to you that for you to effectively sell yourself and your services, you must sell you first. Why should they buy you as a person? What redeeming qualities about you? Why should they buy you before they buy your services? I'm going to tell you why, just up front. This is going to be a lot of cake, very little frosting. If they buy you, if they buy Brian K McNeill, they can only get Brian K McNeill from Brian K McNeill. They can't get Brian K McNeill from my competition. They can't get Brian K McNeill from another company. So if they buy you, if they buy me, they can only get me from me, which is one of the main reasons why you must learn to sell yourself before you sell your services. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why should they work with you. We're going to talk about what they want from you. We're going to spend more time talking about what they really want from you. If you're a coach, a consultant, if you have any intangible services, if you're a financial planner, investment advisor, if you earn your money through clients, through people, there's some things you must know that because you know this and your competition doesn't know this will give you a leg up, will give you a major advantage over them. Yes, just by knowing what I'm about to pour into you. Now, selling you, you must give them a reason to want to work with you. Okay, why would they want to work with you in the first place? What do they care about when it comes to working with you? What do you care about when it comes to working with them or anyone else? Answering that question is going to be very, very important to you. What would you want to know about them? When I have live workshops or when I have individual clients, one of the first exercises I'm going to suggest that you do for yourself is to set your phone with a timer and put 3 minutes on it. 3 minutes on it. And then I want you to number a paper or a page 1 through 10. You can do it online or you can just write it down. And then I want you to hit the clock. But when you hit the clock, what I'm going to want you to write down within 3 minutes time are 10 great reasons why someone should want to work with you and your services. 10 great reasons why a potential client should want to work with you and your services. And I think it's a very good idea for you to do it right now. You know, just set up a page or on your laptop, number 1 to 10, put 3 minutes on your timer, pause this podcast, and after the podcast is done, of course, pause the podcast and go 1 to 10. And then go ahead and do that within 3 minutes time. Write down 10 great reasons within 3 minutes time. If you can't do it within 3 minutes, it means either you have forgotten some of the great things about what you do, or you don't know enough to be profitable yet. And I know that you do know enough to be profitable. So I want you to do that. Then once that's done, I want you to look at what they really want from you. Your clients really want they want these two things from you. And this is old school, but they really, really want these things from you. Number one thing they want from you is they want you to make them feel important. Yes, you do. Every potential client of yours, they want you to make them feel important. Yes, they do. Can you make them feel important? Can you make them feel like they're not just one of a number? That's important to do. One quick way to make someone feel important is to use their names, to say their names. Okay, my name is Brian K McNeill. You're welcome to call me Brian. What would you like for me to call you? And then whatever they say their name often. Every time you say their name, it's almost like you're complimenting them or edifying them. And every time you say their name, they like you just a little bit more. That's one way to help people to feel important. They want that from you. And 1A, and it's not 1 and 2, it's 1A, they also want from you is they want to believe that at least one of their problems can be solved through you. They want to believe that at least one of their major problems can be solved through you. And you have a lot to say about whether or not they believe one of their problems can be solved through you. One of the ways you can help them to ensure that one of their problems can be solved through you is showcase and share with them what others have said about what problems they had or solutions that they were seeking that you were effective at helping them to get resolved. Your testimonials, your recommendations, your reviews, both written and video. Those are speaking for you. They can believe more what problems you solve based upon what others have said. So those two things they want from you. They want you to make them feel important, and they want to believe that at least one of their problems can be solved through you. That's basic, and that's what they want from you. And this is one way, by helping them to understand that and by giving them those things, that's one way that you can sell yourself to your potential clients. Now, after you've written your list of 10 great reasons why someone should work with you, I want you to have done that first. I want you to run through this filter of what I'm about to tell you. There are 7 reasons why they will give you their money. 7 of them. And how much they like you is not even one of the 7. I know a lot of you who did this exercise, you wrote down things like, because I'm hardworking, because I love people, because I'm passionate, because I'm available to them 24 hours a day, because I have 10 degrees, because I've been doing this for 20 years. All those things are great, but none of them are reasons to want to give you money. None of those great things I just suggested are reasons for them to hire you. They're all great reasons for them to like you or respect you or even admire you. I've got 4 degrees doing this right here, and I've been doing it 25 years. That's amazing. That's something I respect about you. But that's not a reason to give you money. Okay? It's just not. No, it's not. Here, I'm going to just give you some of these things. One reason is time. Time. Is there any way that you're going to be able to help your clients when it comes to time? Are there any results that can achieve faster with your help than without your help? Can you save them time, or can you help them achieve a result faster with your help? If you can, you should convey that for them, because that is one great reason why they would hire you. You're going to save them some time or help them to achieve a result faster. If that's true, you need to say it. Another great reason to hire you is the word money. And this happens in a few ways. People give their money to the person or the thing. The person or the thing that will help them to either earn more money or to save some money, or both? Now, will your services help your clients or potential clients to either earn more money or to save some money, or both? If it will do that, you should talk about that, because that's another great reason why they will hire you. Time, money. The third one is good feelings. Good feelings. Can you help your clients to feel better about themselves? Can you help your clients to not only feel better about themselves, but can you help them to imagine other people having a higher opinion of them? Can you help them feel better about themselves, or can you help them imagine others having a higher opinion of them? A man buying a financial plan for his family. He does that because he believes that as head of the household, that's a responsible thing for him to do. And he feels good about himself for considering his family and investing in his family. He also can imagine his wife and the children discovering what he did for the family, appreciating what dad did for them, even though he's no longer there. A 60-year-old man driving a convertible sports car. He believes that driving that car, he's going to look cool in it. And he also believes that when you see him, you will agree with his assessment. And you'll also think he looks cool in it. Helping him to feel good about himself and helping to imagine other people feeling good about him as well. Time, money, good feelings. Solutions to a problem. That's 4. Solutions to a problem. No one wants you to come across as if you can solve all of their problems. But the major problem of theirs that you solve, that's the one you should trumpet. The major 1 or 2 problems. Even if you can solve 10 problems, you don't want to sell 10 problems that you solve. You want to sell the 1 or 2. If you can package and present yourself as someone who can help that client to feel better about themselves, you can help that client to imagine others feel better about them. If you can help that client to save some money or earn some more money, if you can help that client to save some time or achieve a result faster with your help than without your help, if you can help that client feel important, if you could do those things for that client, you can earn their business easier. If you let the client understand that they can get those things through you, that is a reason for them to want to work with you. Sell you first. If you let me help you, this is what happens. That's something. What we talked about today is a simple thing, but it's a major thing. It's a major understanding. Major. Sell you first. If I want to, there's a lot of people that offer services similar to yours. Lots of people do. However, there's only one you. Only one you. And there's value in everything that's rare. It's rare. There's value in you. So you must not only sell what you got to sell you as a person. Sell you first. How long you've been doing this. And because of that, you're going to be able to help your clients to do what? You're going to be able to help them to save time because you've been around long enough to catch mistakes that they might make. You're going to use you. My name is Brian K McNeill, and I do this because sell you first. When you sell you, again, when you sell you and they buy into you, they can only get you from you. So sell yourself here. It's an expression here. It's the poor frog that won't praise its own pond. The poor frog that won't praise its own pond. That pond is where that frog lives. That pond is a part of that frog. And that frog that won't praise their current state, that won't praise where they are right now, stays broke. You got to not be that poor frog. You got to be willing to praise what you got, what you are, what you do, and what you can do for that client. Okay? Timid entrepreneurs have skinny kids. You cannot be timid when it comes to who you are and offering your services. You got to do that boldly. Permission to brag is granted. Amen. Permission to brag is granted. I appreciate you guys coming in here saying great info as always. Thank you very much, Miss Shanae. Thank you very much, Pamela. Sell you and then your services. This was an interesting topic for me today because I thought that everyone understood what I said, what I meant when I was saying I teach entrepreneurs how to sell themselves and their services. That's what I say I do. I teach them how to sell themselves and their services. But just recently, I had two people. What do you mean by sell myself? What do you mean by selling you? So I wanted to take the time today to remind you guys or make it more clear. I do believe that this really, really short in time podcast, relatively little time spent here, is tremendously profitable by understanding these little points about selling yourself and your services and giving them a reason to transmute their money from themselves to you. I do believe the content I gave in this podcast is going to be very helpful to someone. I am, thank you again for joining me here today. For those of you who have not yet had your experience working with Brother Brian, I will offer you something, especially this time of year, January. We're in January right now. I'm offering complimentary selling you and your services consultations. Complimentary consultations. If you would like a complimentary consultation, lasts up to 30 minutes. If you would like a complimentary consultation, just say me in the comments and I'll reach out to you and I'll send you the link as to what it takes for you to get one. Just me. That's it. Me. I like the word me in a way too, because one of my heroes, his birthday happened to have been yesterday, Muhammad Ali. He was, during his years when he was exiled from professional boxing, he would tour college towns. And sometimes he would entertain by telling them poems and stories. And he was at one college. And someone yelled, "Give us a poem, give us a poem." He said, "You want a poem?" "Yes." And his poem was, "Me, we." Just 2 words. Me, we. 2-word poem. And it was submitted to the poetry societies as the world's shortest poem. Okay, the world's shortest poem. Right now at the time they had the world's shortest poem as Adam Had 'em, but Muhammad Ali's poem was shorter than Adam Had 'em. It's just me, we. So I'm not sure if they updated it or not, but I always thought that story was interesting. Thank you, Barry. Barry, I will reach out to you. I'll reach out to you, Sister Pamela, as well. It'll be complimentary. 30 minutes, one-on-one with the sales confidence coach. I came to give a message today. I came to talk about the value of selling you and then your services. It's a mistake, entrepreneurs. It's a mistake to just sell your services. I'm a coach. I'm a massage therapist. I'm a landscaper. That's true. That's true. But so are a lot of other people. But there are not a lot of other Pamelas. Okay? This has been Brian K McNeill, the sales confidence coach. And, oh, Lordy, I didn't want to do that. Excuse me for a second. I'll pull up this one thing here. Oh, I can't find it. But anyway, so I'm going to say thank you guys for joining me. And you have a beautiful rest of your week. I'll be back here next Tuesday with another edition of the Sales Confidence Podcast.
Helping you sell your services to more potential clients. We'll go over the basics of selling you and your services better than you ever have before, so that you can earn more money than ever before. Learn a sales system to ensure you own the skills and techniques to stay profitable. It's time. You're in demand. Now get the mindset and systems to handle that demand. Here's your host, the world's #1 authority on how to sell services. It's the sales confidence coach himself, Brian K McNeill.
You guys have a beautiful rest of your day. God bless you very much. I will reach out to those of you who